Yo, my name is Zushi. I'm a top 100 goalie. I'm one of the winners of the first selection, hosted by the Humble Roach and Hey Universes. Here's a little clip of that.
Hendricks runs past him.
Formation. What?
He's using his options here. He sees him. Can he get it there?
Oh my gosh, what a beautiful one touch. Oh, Zushi is on it.
Beautiful save.
What a save.
I also competed in the Rematch Elite Series. Here's some clips of that.
Them out.
And right now, Havoc, they control a little bit of pace. I like the fact that they got the most recent goal. My lord. Ty almost put one in, but Zushi, they're locking down the goalkeeper position for Havoc.
For transition right now, and that's very dangerous when you do have a fantastic keeper in Zushi who just throws offenses away.
And today I will be showing you guys my in-depth guide on how to master goalkeeping in Rematch. When it comes to playing goalie, there's two main rules that you should keep in mind at all times. The first one being positioning. To be a good goalie is to have amazing positioning. Positioning is your foundation to all of the saves you will make in-game. You need to have good positioning. So in this clip, I see number 2 receiving a pass on the left wing, and I'm positioned myself looking towards number 2 because I know he's going to receive the ball. The reason I'm looking towards number 2 here is because just in case, if he shoots the ball, I'm ready for it. I'm also in defensive stance already. I'm ready and prepared for any shot that will come. So I look over to the right just to see what are the possibilities where this ball could end up to if number 2 were to pass. I'm looking at number 1 and number 3 specifically because they are the biggest threats in this current situation. So when number 2 crosses the ball, I also turn my camera to the right. At the same time, I notice number 3 is going to receive the ball. So I position myself to cut off his shot angle. You want to try to be in this vicinity because it gives you the best chance of actually receiving the ball without even having to jump. So I noticed that number 3, when he shot the ball, it's not going in the net because it's way outside of the shot angle. So I know he's going to miss. So what I do is I turn to the left and I run to go receive the ball. But then I see my teammate is going to receive it for me, and I'm standing in front of him hoping he will pass to me. In this scenario, he misses the pass and passes it back to the attacker, in which I go and I run up back to the position that I talked about before to cut off his shot angle again. But in this scenario again, he passes instead of shooting to his teammate to my left. What I do is I let go of my defensive stance and I run in front of number 2 to cut off his shot angle, and then I hold defensive stance to catch the ball and make a save. So on to the second clip, I see number 2 running down and he crosses the ball over to number 5, and I position myself here again to cut off his shot angle. I'm making it easier for myself because it's less space that I have to travel to receive the ball if number 5 were to shoot it right then and there. Another thing I want to point out is that blue dot on the pitch. That blue dot is an indicator of where the ball will land. However, it is not to say that the ball will land there every single time. It will only land in that spot if it is not interfered by another player. So you have to keep in mind, yes, the blue dot, that is where the ball will land. However, you have to see if there are any players trying to intercept the ball before it lands there. So that blue indicator is a good sense of where it will land, but you also want to be marking the player. You don't just want to watch the ball, you want to watch the player that can shoot the ball off that cross. So thankfully my defender clears the ball to the left wing, in which I also turn my camera to the left. I notice that 3 has the best chance of getting the ball, so I'm going to keep my camera to the left watching number 3. So I turn my camera back to the right just to see where this ball could end up if number 3 were to cross. As you can see, number 5 is the only immediate threat because he's the only person close to the box. Every other player is down the field. So when number 3 crosses the ball to number 5, I start pulling back all the way to the goal line. The reason I do this is because I notice number 5 is taking his shot really far away. The reason I pull back is because I don't have time to press up and cover the shot angle. So instead, I pull back to give myself the most room to react to his shot. So now I'm going to give you guys an example of bad positioning. As you can see, player 2 has the ball on the right wing, and if you can see on the minimap, there is a player to my left. The reason this is bad positioning is because I'm not guarding close to right post, and I'm looking at an awkward angle. I know there's a player to my left, and I know there's a player to my right. If 2 were to shoot in close post, I'd have to jump at an awkward angle to receive the ball. So player 2 is going to cross the ball to player 1, and the reasoning why my position here is so bad is because number 1 is so close to the goal. A shot to the bottom corner from number 1 is going to be so hard for me to react to. 99 out of 100 times I will not be able to react to this shot. The only reason I will ever be able to save this goal is if I try to predict his timing on his shot. As you can see, I'm not covering any shot angle at all. As you can see, even on 25% speed, I'm not able to react to the ball. So now I'm going to show you guys how you can position yourself to block blade shots. So to start off, a good rule of thumb is, if a shot is placed from outside of the box, it is better to be back more so you have more time to react. In the other case, if a shot is inside the box, it is better to press to limit the shot angle. So when I see he chips the ball, I start to press because I know the shot is going to be inside the box. It's going to be either a blade shot or a blade shot cancel. I am waiting to see the animation of a shot. When I see that, I am going to aim for his foot. That is a secret of blocking blade shots. Aim for the foot of the ball and try to smother it or grab it off his foot. Now I'm going to show you guys how to position yourself to block a fake blade shot. So when he chips the ball, I'm going to press just like the blade shot, and I'm going to be looking for a shot animation. So when I see that there is no shot animation and it's a rainbow, then I know that it's going to be a fake blade shot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to track where he goes. So in this instance, I'm going to be moving left. So right when I move left, I position myself right in his shot angle and save the shot. So now I'm going to show you guys a sneaky little tip of how you can deal with 1v1s. So when it comes to 1v1s, when you have a player running down the middle of the field, the first thing I look for is to see if they push ball inside of the box. So right when he push balls and I know the ball is going to go inside the box, I'm going to use my extra effort and run towards the ball. The reason I do this is because when you push ball in rematch, there is a 1 to 2 second delay before you can take any action on the ball. The second main rule of goalkeeping is your mental. You want to maintain a confident and cool mental when you play goalie. This is very, very important because the worse your mental is, the more mistakes you'll make, leading you to lose more games and getting an even worse mental. It's all one big snowball. The worse you think of yourself, the worse you will play. You gotta realize that you're human. It's impossible to save every goal. Repeat this after me. It's impossible to save every goal. Football would be a very boring sport if there were no goals scored. So when you do eventually get scored on, don't get angry. First, analyze it. Why was I scored on? Was it because of my mistake? Or was it because the game bugged? If it was because the game bugged, then who cares? But if it was because of your mistake, then you gotta replay that scenario in your head and find out what that mistake was and how you can fix it so it doesn't happen again. So if you guys made it to the end of the video, I really do want to say thank you. Thank you so very much. It just did take me a while to edit just because I suck at editing. If you have any comments or concerns, whether it's about rematch, goalkeeping, or just in general, please leave them down in the comments. I will respond to every single one of them. If you guys ever want to see me play live, I will also leave my Twitch link in the description. Feel free to hop in whenever you guys want. I'll enjoy all your guys' company. And with that being said, thank you so very much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week.